Well, you know what? I hope you're taking notes this morning on this beautiful Tuesday morning, Health Tuesdays. And that's because health is always important, especially when you plan to tackle a cycle tour. Yes, Zoe, check out this next recipe, rich in antioxidants and source of vitamin C. Now, it's all about celebrating peak tomato season because it's here. It's happening with this fantastic exotic tomato and ricotta tart. Yes, oh yes. And don't let the world, or the word tart, or the world of people who don't like tarts scare you, please. We're talking ready-made puff pastry here. And look, it's a confection that takes 15 minutes to prepare. Honestly, you're gonna love that about it. It's convenient and not even 20 minutes to bake. I mean, come on, you know? And Chef Clem, because the vitamin C, the C in it stands for Clem. He said it himself. He's here to show you how to make this really easy dish. Clem, you actually obviously booked me to say the C stands for Clem.
Yeah. So I've got to pay you how much now?
Do we discuss this?
We'll discuss it later. Okay,
cool. Pay me in food. This looks fantastic. I didn't know it was tomato season.
Yeah. Like, I was so surprised. I got tomatoes growing in my garden, beautiful. It is honestly it's just the best time to like get into tomatoes.
All of that fresh.
Yes.
Okay, so this is all about making this as healthy as possible, but also still making it pretty convenient, right?
And delicious. Like, I mean,
delicious.
Let's not be like... The one thing about when it comes to health food or when it comes to the first thing when people start changing their diet is they lose flavor. And there's a good way how to get a lot of flavor into your tomatoes, and you're going to be on that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So,
let's see,
we know the specialty tomatoes are exclusive to Woolies, right? And I love them because it's not just a variety of color. The flavor and texture is different.
Yeah, well, they look great. You really do want to be part of this when you look at this bowl. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you just to do like another 3 tomatoes for me. And the thing about it, we're serving the tomatoes raw. So normally when we chop our veggies or our fruits, we say keep everything the same size because we're going to cook it. So you want everything to cook evenly, but we're not cooking this. It's going to be a raw salad.
Fresh,
so just make it your own, change the shapes up, play around with the colors as well, and that's the thing. That's how you're going to create some. This essentially is a tart that's been served on puff pastry, so...
It really is somewhat of a rainbow, as well on your dish, or rather your plate.
It is. Okay, cool. So what I've done is I've painstakingly made all butter puff pastry. It took me 2 days.
Oh, wow. I mean, look at you. I mean, honestly, we don't deserve you.
You know what? But it's my act of just giving.
I love that about you.
But then I lied. Okay, so we're using the Woolies all butter puff pastry, and this is so delicious. Okay?
It's a life changer.
It is.
Honestly.
Because, I mean, look at the layers. Look at the layers of pastry in there. It's a... Yeah.
It's solid. It's proper.
It's good. It's established in there. So, and you can smell that butter. They're not playing.
Nothing better.
No, nothing better than... Done. Okay, so, tomatoes are looking good. Now what you have to do is you're going to season them, okay?
All right.
A little bit of salt and pepper. And then you can dress it with a little bit of olive oil as well. That's for you. So I've got some ricotta cheese, which is a beautiful, soft cheese that it's kind of like a canvas for flavor. So it takes on the flavor of anything that you add to it or that you pair with it.
And it amplifies it, I imagine.
It just makes it so creamy and delicious.
Beautiful.
To that, we're going to add. You can give it a. We're not going to give it a spatula. You're going to work on your toss.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What
so
do you want to do?
You're going to toss your tomatoes.
Okay. All right.
Nice
I've never done this before. And look, the aim is to still be able to have this meal at the end of it. Okay, cool. All right, cool.
You're doing
That's enough, yeah?
You're doing it. That's good. Okay, so you can let that sit for like 10 or 15 minutes. And
so that it just takes...
Yeah, it'll just take on the flavor. You'll just taste so much more of the tomatoes.
Nice.
Lemon's going in, and we're using the lemon zest. Very important. There's a lot of flavor in there.
Freshness.
You can smell it. It's just like it's everywhere.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of lemon juice. Can I get some of your salt and pepper? You can season it for me.
Do you want it? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And some pepper in there. I really do like that already, just looking at the spread of ingredients that we've got on our counter here. It already is telling of the fact that this is a quick and easy and convenient recipe. For me, honestly, I prefer to not have my counter packed with stuff because that's when I get tired and lazy before I even start.
Okay, because you know what's going to happen afterwards, and you've got to be like dishes, cleaning up.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it is. Okay, so the ricotta cheese, just a little bit of lemon juice, zest, salt and pepper. You can see how the texture changes.
Yeah.
It's become so thick and creamy, and you want that to happen. So I'm going to move over here. Your tomatoes are looking so good.
Thank you.
You have a choice. You can either push down the center, or you can just like pile on top.
How do you usually do it?
I like to pile on top because it just makes it look grander because it stands higher.
Yes, that's
okay,
right.
So,
make it an extravagant thing. Make it an extravaganza.
especially because there's not a lot of effort that goes into this. It's like, it's so simple. So make it look even more wow, and your guests are going to be even more impressed. It's smooth and so beautifully.
Let's talk about the tomatoes for a bit, because the tricky thing with anything fresh like tomatoes is you want to know what the sort of lifespan of them is once we've chopped them up like this. I mean, how much time would you say that they'd still be able to still remain fresh once we've done that?
Once you've chopped it and seasoned it and marinated it, you can actually let it sit in the fridge, just covered with a lid, for like a day. It's going to just take on more flavor. The texture might change a little bit, but it's still going to be really, really good.
It's flavorful.
Okay.
Nice.
Tomatoes looking amazing. I'm going to ask you if you can...
Some
look at that, you're already jumping on. Okay, there we go with the basil.
Tells you how ready I am for this one, right?
Because you know.
Oh, no, we already know. We already know.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
It really does.
Okay, absolutely. Don't pop the pastry down because you want this to be nice and big, looking beautiful. Last thing is a bit of pesto, but you can keep on garnishing. I mean, this is so beautiful. If someone just brought that out to the table, everyone's going to be happy.
I love that. And in fact, if you are loving this as well, we made it pretty simple for you by loading the recipe on the site. Go on to woolworths.co.za, get your hands on the recipe. It really is that Woolies difference. It's going to change your life, but it's certainly, without a doubt, as I always say, is going to be a crowd pleaser. Chef Clem, vitamin C, and the C is for Clem. Aim to please, and I love it. This is beautiful. Thank you. Put it here.